Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2019 or Pokemon Journeys anime episode review. This time I'm talking about episode 54, so let's get to it. Episode 54 begins in Ceres Park where all the Pokemon are playing together. Ghost Cubone uses its bone to hit a ball like it's playing. The ball goes towards Pikachu who uses his tail to hit it, which sends the ball towards Sobble who is unable to catch it. Sobble chases after the ball, but Ghost Darmanitan decides to jump scare poor Sobble, who runs away terrified. The episode then cuts to inside Ceres Institute where Sobble is depressed after Darmanitan scared it. Gold tries to comfort Sobble by saying that Darmanitan loves to play pranks whenever it can, and that Sobble should retaliate every now and then, but Sobble gets teary-eyed just from thinking about doing something so bold. Ren then walks in. He says that he went to eat lunch and he saw that they are filming a movie in the warehouse district. They were filming the sequel to Spy and Sniper. Go exclaims that this is a big movie, but Ash does not know about it, so Go explains that it's a movie about a female spy and her partner Inteleon. So it turns out that the Inteleon and the female spy are just actors in a movie and not actual spies like the preview for this episode had me believe. Ren shows bits from the movie and Ash exclaims that it is very cool. Sobble is also clearly interested in Inteleon. Ren says that Inteleon is Sobble's final evolution, so of course it's interested. Now, when Ren shows the Sobble evolution line, the background behind each image is the same as the one used during the Pokemon Sword and Shield evolution animation, which is a nice touch. So, Ash and Goh decide to go see the filming of the movie. Ash and Go arrive at the site of the film shoot, and the first thing they realize is that the director of the film is Kublok, who first appeared in episode 20. I love how Pokemon Journeys has all these minor characters that keep reappearing, like the curator of the Pewter Museum of Science. It really feels like there is continuity in this series, which is great. Also, Kublok's name in Japanese is Koreda, and he tends to use Kore, which means this, a lot when he talks. This is, of course, a play on his own name. In English, though, his name is Kublok, which is a play on director Stanley Kubrick. So in both languages, his name is a play on something, which is funny, and it's something that the Pokemon anime does a lot. Kublok seems to be having some trouble deciding how he wants to direct the movie, but he ultimately snaps and he says, let's just go for it. The filming starts, and the female spy runs with a suitcase until she is stopped by 4 men wearing suits, who want the suitcase back. They tell their Morcrow to attack, but they are all sniped by Inteleon, who was invisible. Sobble is then shown to be very impressed by what it just saw. A car then jumps into the scene, and I thought it was part of the film at first. I was like, yeah, this is definitely a James Bond / Mission Impossible type movie. However, it turns out that this car is not part of the film. Team Rocket are inside the car, dressed like they are part of the movie, and they tell Inteleon to get in the car. The female spy and Inteleon wonder if this was in the script, and everyone else working on the film wants to stop Team Rocket, but Kublok exclaims that they should just keep filming. Team Rocket reveal that they want Inteleon because they have seen what it is capable of in the movie and they think that Inteleon would be a great asset for Team Rocket. Ash and Go intervene and they say that they won't let Team Rocket get in the way of the filming. Now, one of the guys working with Kublok says that they should stop filming since more people have now joined in, but Kublok insists that they should keep filming. I guess that he likes how the film is progressing on its own. Team Rocket call for their gacha machine, which gives them a Poochyena and a Houndour. These are fitting choices considering that the henchmen in the movie were also using Dark-type Pokemon. Ash sends out Pikachu and Go sends out Cinderace. Poochyena uses Yawn, which Pikachu and Cinderace dodge. However, the Yawn attack hits Kublok, who was very happy with how the film was turning out, and he falls asleep. Team Rocket noticed that Sobble is there too, and they recall how it makes others cry when it cries. So, Jessie tells Poochyena to use Scary Face on Sobble, which makes Sobble cry, which makes everyone around it cry. Team Rocket basically used Sobble like you would use a red barrel or another explosive object in a game. They targeted it so that they could hit multiple opponents at once with just one attack. Now they do say that Sobble is dead weight, and they disregard it completely, but I wonder what they would say if they learned that Sobble's final evolution is Inteleon, the Pokemon that they want. Houndour then tries to use Ember while Puchiena uses Shadow Ball, but Inteleon uses Snipe Shot on both of them before they can attack. Inteleon then undoes its invisibility in front of Sobble and it turns to Sobble like a total badass. Now, Inteleon's eyes are black here before they go back to normal. This is a real feature of real life chameleons and lizards, which is what Inteleon is based on. But I think that this was done in this moment so that it looks like Inteleon is wearing sunglasses, like the badass spy that it is, before it removes them in a cool fashion to say, "Are you alright?" as it turns around, which is a stereotypical thing that spies and other badass characters do, and this is a very nice touch. Sobble is even more impressed with Inteleon. Inteleon's trainer then says that the first rule of being a spy is to conceal yourself without a sound and without a trace. Inteleon then vanishes again and it uses Snipe Shot to hit Houndour, Puchiena, and Team Rocket. And so Team Rocket blasts off again alongside their car, which is pretty funny. I love how Inteleon then blows the non-existent smoke from its finger gun. It's really committed to the spy fantasy. Since Kublok is still asleep, the filming is postponed. Ash and Goh start walking away from the area while exclaiming that Inteleon is amazing, but they realize that Sobble is gone. They then spot Sobble, who tries to sneak back into the area where they were filming the movie. However, Sobble is stopped by one of the staff members. Goh says that they want to spend more time with Inteleon since they have never seen one. Inteleon's trainer then says that it's fine since their schedule cleared up since the movie is no longer being filmed. Sobble gets to see Inteleon up close and it sits there mesmerized. Inteleon's trainer says that Sobble brings back memories because Inteleon used to be like that too. It was not as strong as it is now. She reveals that Inteleon has been her partner for a while. They are not just co-stars in a movie. This probably gives Sobble hope that one day it can be as cool, strong, and brave as Inteleon. Inteleon looks up like, "Oh yeah, I remember those days." And then it uses its finger gun to mimic like it's shooting through Sobble's heart, I guess. Like bang, and then Sobble blushes like, "Oh, so cool." So this is basically like when that really cool character does the bang with the finger guns and all the ladies fall over. Which again shows that Inteleon is basically James Bond in Pokemon form. The episode then cuts to Ceres Park where Sobble is mimicking Inteleon's finger gun while using water gun to simulate Snipe Shot. Darmanitan then jump scares Sobble yet again, but this time Sobble tries to stand strong like it's not scary. It's not scary. However, Sobble still runs away in fear. It's like it's saying, "Never mind, it's still scary, still scary." Sobble did try to be less fearful, but it's not going to be that easy to change. Goh tells Sobble that getting stronger will take time, and he tells Sobble that they should train together. The episode then cuts briefly to Team Rocket's base. They still want Inteleon, so they devise a plan to capture it. The episode then cuts back to Ash and Goh, who are now outside hoping to train with Sobble. Goh is unsure of how to train, so Ash says that they should just battle. Sobble then faces Pikachu in battle. Goh calls for Pound and Sobble goes for it, but it soon stops when Pikachu gets ready to counter. And Sobble just stands there in fear. Goh calls for Water Gun instead since Sobble is too scared to get close, but Pikachu uses Quick Attack before Sobble can use Water Gun. Goh tells Sobble to attack while dodging, but Sobble swallows the Water Gun and it just runs away instead. Goh says that Sobble prioritizes protecting itself over attacking, and he says that Sobble might not be suited to this, which shocks Sobble. But Goh meant that Sobble is not suited to a fighting style where it attacks and battles normally. Goh says that they should find a battle style that puts Sobble's timid nature to good use. Ash is confused by this and Goh admits that hiding and running won't help in battle, but then he recalls the first rule of being a spy that Inteleon's trainer mentioned before. And Goh decides that they should hone Sobble's skill in hiding and running by playing tag. Everyone will try to catch Sobble and Sobble will try to outrun everyone. Goh sends out Cinderace and so everyone plays tag, or rather this is more like hide and seek with Sobble. Sobble tries its best to hide, but it's found again and again. The game continues until the evening. Ash and Goh head back home while discussing the game and they run into the guy that works with Kublok who is trapped in a net. Ash and Goh free him and he reveals that Team Rocket kidnapped his Gothitha. And they left a map saying that they should bring Inteleon to that location. Ash and Goh decide to go to the place in the map and they tell the film crew member that he should tell everyone else what's going on. Ash and Goh arrive at the place in the map and they head inside. They spot all these Meowth drones that don't do anything, so they ignore them and they go forward. They soon find Gothitha, who is trapped behind bars. Now Gothitha says Gochi when Ash and Goh arrive. This sounds like Kochi, which means here. This is again another clever use or pun of a character or Pokemon's name. Gothitha is basically saying here, like I am here, to Ash and Goh. Ash and Goh run towards Gothitha, but they are soon caught in a trap. They end up inside a cage. Since this whole episode is meant to parody spy movies, this is totally the bad guy's lair, complete with drones and cameras. And the spy has to infiltrate this lair so that they can save a kidnapped character. But the spy ends up falling in a trap set by the bad guy just before they can complete their mission. Team Rocket reveal themselves and they are surprised and mad that Ash and Goh showed up instead of Inteleon. They also reveal that the drones that Ash and Goh saw before have cameras on them, which were supposed to catch some good footage of Inteleon doing spy stuff. Now, if they have cameras, then I wonder why they are surprised that Ash and Goh are here. They should have known from the moment that Ash and Goh arrived, and thus they could have done something to stop them, or at least they should not be surprised. Team Rocket exclaimed that they will have to make do, so they will catch Pikachu, Cinderace, and Sobble, who was not trapped in the cage, and they will present all of them to Giovanni alongside Inteleon. Again, if only they knew what Sobble evolves into, they would probably prioritize Sobble more. Go tells Sobble that it should fight back. It should show Team Rocket the result of its training. Sobble gets ready to battle while Meowth and Wobbuffet get ready to catch Sobble. Sobble uses Water Gun on itself to trigger its invisibility, and then it uses Water Gun again while invisible to attack Meowth. Wobbuffet tries to catch Sobble, but Sobble gets out of the way and it uses Water Gun on Wobbuffet. Sobble continues to attack and run while invisible, and Go exclaims that this is Sobble's hit and run battle style, which I think is a very cool way for Sobble to battle. Jesse exclaims that this is not fair, so James triggers this machine that slaps two erasers together, which drops shock dust on Sobble, which reveals where it is. A weird machine for sure, but James reveals that they made it so that they could use it against Inteleon. Meowth and Wobbuffet attack the now visible Sobble, who panics. Go tells Sobble to run, but Sobble recalls Inteleon and it refuses to back down. At this point, I thought that Sobble would evolve so that it can overcome this situation, but instead, Sobble uses U-turn, a new move on both of its attackers, and then it returns to its Pokeball. Go then sends out Sobble again, and I love how Sobble is now completely clean. I guess that Pokeballs have a dry clean feature. Go congratulates Sobble for learning the ultimate hit and run tactic, and then Pikachu, Cinderace, and Sobble destroy the cage. Pikachu and Cinderace both attack Team Rocket with Thunderbolt and Pyro Ball respectively, and so Team Rocket blasts off again for the second time in this episode. Gothita is reunited with its trainer. Ash and Goh tell Officer Jenny what happened. Kublok examines the footage that Team Rocket recorded with their drones, and Inteleon and its trainer congratulate Sobble for being the star this time. And just look at Inteleon here, like how refined and elegant can one Pokemon be? Inteleon's trainer says that they rushed over, but they had nothing to do in the end, and Inteleon is like, it's fine, don't worry about it. Inteleon then personally congratulates Sobble, which makes Sobble rejoice. The episode then cuts to Cerise Park, where Sobble uses Water Gun to play a prank on Darmanitan. Finally, Sobble got back at Darmanitan for all of the jump scares. Meeting Inteleon definitely inspired Sobble to be stronger and braver. And that's the episode. Overall, this was a great episode. I loved the spy motif, and this episode made me love Inteleon more. The anime always manages to make Pokemon even cooler than what they are in the games, and now it is hard for me to decide which is my favorite fully evolved starter from Generation 8. Since Inteleon was just too cool in this episode, Inteleon might just be my new favorite. Sobble is adorable when it looks up to Inteleon, and I am glad that Sobble got some development, and I like the way that it now battles, which uses its unique physical properties and its timid nature to its advantage. I did think that Sobble could evolve in this episode, but instead it learns a new move, which is great too. Sobble can still evolve in the future, and I fully expect it to. Hopefully, Inteleon reappears again and Sobble can evolve then. I did hope that maybe Ash would help Sobble train, which would lead to Ash getting Sobble, but Goh helped Sobble instead, and at this point, it's clear to me that Sobble will remain with Goh, especially because Sobble's battling style fits Goh more than Ash, since Goh is more defensive and careful while Ash is more offensive and reckless. I am honestly a little disappointed by this, but it's not something that soured the experience for me. I still like the episode overall. But that's the video. As always, leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this right away. Thank you very much for watching, and let's meet again in the next video.